Hey guys, welcome to day number 7 of the Peace Came Down devotional. We're going to take some time today and over the next couple of weeks as we just continue to prepare our hearts and our minds for Christ and His coming and all the things that means and all the things that entails for us. So today we're beginning to look at some glimpses of hope. We've talked about how we were made for peace, we were made for all of those things, but then sin came into the world and changed things. And then now we begin to see some glimpses of hope that maybe peace can be restored to us. And when we look at just right at the beginning of everything that has happened when sin first came in and God is pronouncing the judgment that comes on. In Genesis chapter 3, verse 15, we immediately see where God says this. He says that He will bruise your head and you shall bruise His heel. And what God is talking to is He's talking to the serpent that had caused Adam and Eve to fall in, or at least had tempted them to do that. And He's saying, look, your offspring and the offspring of woman is going to be against each other. And because of that, He will bruise your head and you will bruise His heel. And I like where some translations actually come out and say that He will crush your head. And I just think that is very satisfying in that way. But it gives us a glimpse of hope. And so many times we get so caught up in all of the turmoil of this life. We get so caught up in the difficulty, the pain, and the tragedy around us that we lose hope and we don't see that hope. And it would have been very easy for Adam and Eve to find themselves in that position, but instead God refused to allow them to stay there. He gave them a glimpse of hope that, hey, the serpent that has led you down this path, in the end, there's going to be a reckoning. In the end, things will be made right. And that is really the very first glimpse we have of Jesus, who's going to come and restore all things and to make all things new. So even in the midst of darkness, even in the midst of difficulty, in the midst of all of these painful things that you may be experiencing, just remember that even in the midst of all of those, that God is offering you a ray of hope. And during this Christmas season, I think it's important for us to take a few moments and to grab a hold of that glimpse of hope. Even though we've been rebellious against God, even though we've rebelled against Him and we have thrown away all the things that He has for us, He has still made a way for us. And that light is shining in the darkness and all of that. God has hope for you and me. And because of that, we can look on and see those glimpses of hope, and we can hold on to that even through darkest times. So guys, I hope that this was helpful for you. Can't wait to come back tomorrow, and we're going to look at some more just about how God has brought hope and peace into our world, even though we don't deserve it this Christmas season. All right, guys, we'll see you next time.